Good afternoon, and wow, if you missed that first semifinal game, you missed a doozy because it went all the way to the end. A shootout win for Team Ontario. They take down British Columbia 1-0 to cement themselves in the gold medal match, but we still got one more semifinal to go in this Pool A division for the 2024 Para Hockey Championships here at Port Colborne. We're at the Val and Health and Wellness Center. And we got a doozy for you. We got Quebec facing off against Alberta, the 1-4 seed. As we take a look down at Team Alberta down at center ice. They finished 4th in the A pool division, and their game against Quebec in the round robin was not in their favor as they lost that one big. It was 5-0 in favor of Team Quebec, and they're the favorites heading into this second semifinal of the day. And we still got one more game to follow this. It'll be the Pool B final between New Brunswick and Manitoba. But for now, the match you want to see, who's going to be joining Team Ontario in the gold medal match at 11:30 tomorrow to finish off our weekend. I'm Noel Vogel, here with you on the call. It's just me, as we're moments away from getting set for puck drop. And for Team Alberta, it's going to be the captain, Kovacevic, who has been willing this team through the tournament so far, who will be a big problem for Team Quebec, who have goal scorers on their own side. We saw in the ceremonies yesterday Sean Burnett in the back end, and on the far side of the ice, L'Olivier. Two Team Canada players who were coming off that huge win in the Worlds on Sunday last weekend. And what a great weekend it's been, and happy long weekends to everyone who's watching from home and here in the arena. As here we go, it'll be Kovacevic and Houle at the draw for the second semifinal. 4:30 puck drop here at the Vail Health and Wellness Center, and it's going to be won by Team Quebec to start off this game. Hard into the boards. Houle wins that puck off Sisson early on and trying to get a shot in on goal. In between the pipes for both teams, it'll be Tyson Reitveld for Alberta and Alexandre Gravel for Quebec, who all tournament long has only had one goal scored against, and that was against Team Ontario, who sits waiting for the winner of this game. Houle back in his own zone. He's trying to flip that puck out, and Griffin gets in the way. Sevigny now looking to break out, and here comes Team Quebec. While trying to get back, and Gregoire now on the far side. A 2-on-1, if he can find Tousignan, he goes in on goal, he scores! Gregoire for Quebec gets them up early. Only a minute into this game. And an early opportunity. What a shot for Thierry Gregoire. He's got a few goals already in this tournament, and he adds another to the tally. A dream start for Quebec. So Alberta goes down early. They got lots to do now in this game. Still plenty to play for. As that puck's going to be thrown in on Gravel's goal. He will play it to the far side. Here's Hanrahan. All it can take for this Team Quebec team is just one rush, and they make the most of it. Their forwards are so prolific when they get chances in on goal, and we've seen that early in this game. Burnett going to turn back in his own zone, trying to fire that one across, and Hanrahan tried to pin it down but lost a stick. Here's the leading goal scorer for Quebec in this tournament. It's Jonathan Dag. He sends that one up the far side and will get the return pass. And he'll skip into the Alberta zone, hand-to-hand. Bodies into Thorowski. Dag's in there trying to pick that puck out. Good battle for it. Just in front of the Team Alberta bench. Dag's gonna finally get that one loose. St. Amad in after it. Dag had a room to shoot. Gets his own rebound in front. What a save by Reitfeld, and he'll cover for a face-off. So off the scramble near the far side boards, Jonathan Dag had a couple looks at it, and Reitfeld up to the task. And will freeze that one for a face-off just left of his goal. Another player to look out for, Eau Claire, who you see just on your screen now. He's been all over the ice for Team Quebec in this tournament, who still sit undefeated, have not been beat in this tournament. As that puck just stays inside, the captain, Desaulniers, will dump it in deep. Sisson in after it. He's bumped by Eau Claire. Eau Claire able to come with possession and looking for his D-man, and that puck goes right in between both of the Quebec players, and Bouquet will now go back circling in his own zone. Will loft that one through the neutral zone, and Sisson able to just avoid that hit from L'Olivier, and he comes back and hands him another one. Made sure Sisson felt that collision. Nippert back in behind his own goal. He's going to turn that puck over, but Olivier couldn't corral that puck. Sisson now able to find Ma, scorching through the neutral zone, looking for Kovacevic. That pass picked off by Bouquet. Strong check there from Sisson at the blue line, and Kovacevic will circle back. Dropping that one off for Rose. And he's going to send them up the near side, and Nippert's going to throw it cross ice. Here's Ma looking for Kovacevic, who was sitting just outside the Quebec blue line. He loses out, and Hanrahan off the bench finds Tousignan. Another chance for a 2-on-1. Can he? Cannot find Burnett, who was scorching in on goal, as Tousignan, a great chance for her early. Gregoire, the goal scorer. Checked off the puck by Kovacevic. He'll have to dump that one in deep. Skippington back for Alberta. Tousignan fighting for that puck. She's able to get it out from behind the goal. Goalchild in a battle will bring it up the near side, and it'll find its way out of the Team Alberta zone. All Quebec early in this first period. Burnett, that one chipped in by Gregoire. He'll go off for a change, and Houle with speed in after it. He'll stop up. Tousignan on the back door. She had a wide open cage, but hit her own sled on her shot, and it deflects just wide. Quebec this close from putting them up 2-0, as Houle's able to keep in at the blue line, trying to go back to Tousignan once more. And another chance for her in front. She centers it to Houle. He can't get the shot off. Burnett coming in from the point, a collision in front. Some complaints coming from the Team Alberta bench, looking for a penalty. In front, scores. Too much to handle for Team Alberta, and Dag left wide open on the back door. What a pass this was, cross ice from Sean Burnett, able to find his marksman. Jonathan Dag gets his 5th goal of the tournament and puts Quebec up to 5:15 passed in this first period, as Quebec looking to glide their way into the gold medal match tomorrow. Still lots of time left for Alberta, but right now just getting outplayed on the offensive end. And Quebec looking as strong as ever in this game. Here's Dag. A 3-on-2 now for Quebec. Far side, Bouquet in front. What a save! Tyson Reifeld got down and stoned Bouquet on the far side, who only 13 seconds after the Dag goal has another grade A scoring opportunity. And Reifeld makes a big stop. So the face-off just to the left of the Team Alberta goal. It'll be Kovacevic and Messaoudi who wins that one for Quebec. Fired right on. Kovacevic got in the way of that shot. Able to just keep it in, says the linesman. But finally, Team Alberta will clear. Sevigny able to get that one cross center and run into by Rose. Pass across, dangerous. Sisson able to hold it in between his sled, and he'll turn it over. Bouquet now with an opportunity. Cross ice feed and deflected just over top of the goal by Messaoudi in front. Wieneman now on the far hash will turn it over to Dag. St. Ahmad will chip that one in behind Reitveld's goal. And Rose now a chance for Alberta to clear their lines. Puck sent to the far side. Burnett will get there first as he finds L'Olivier with speed through the neutral zone. Another opportunity is going to be called at the Alberta line offside, as the Team Canada member is stopped of a chance by the linesman, as L'Olivier had options on either side, but nothing to show for it for Quebec, who are just trying to pound on this lead early in this game. It'll be Boldchild and Desaulniers at the draw. That one fired back down Burnett, and he was unable to get it cleanly. Spong trying to dump it in, hits her own sled. Ma's gonna be offside, as it was Thorowski who was still inside the zone for Alberta. .11 still to play in this first frame. Tom's looking for Spong, who couldn't find that one behind her. Burnett now. That puck is gonna get past Ma Auclair with L'Olivier. Scores! A break created from a chip in down deep, and Auclair able to beat out Ma to that puck, and he plays a perfect pass on the tape. Olivier, who's there to finish. So Quebec pouring it on early. They're up 3-0. Has some problems over on the bench as the Team Alberta coach Sean Lucas, you see on your screen now, is not happy with the referees. And so he's going to get a warning over on behind the bench. Which will turn into a penalty for Alberta, and it's going to put Quebec on the power play right after they concede their third goal. And you see Kovacevic from Team Alberta talking to the linesman at center ice. So once we figure everything out and see Coach Sean Lucas just trying to rally his troops who look down and out right now in this first period. Certainly a tough hill to climb now, down 3-0 to this very, very strong defensive Quebec team. Who's now going to be on the power play. So Alberta goes from bad to worse, going to have to kill off this penalty, and we know how good Quebec is on the player advantage, and they've showed it all weekend with their incredible puck movement. We'll see how they get on this power play. 7:40 left in the first period. Bouquet back in after it. A good forecheck on the penalty kill from Kovacevic. And he's going to try and cut this puck in front, and Wiedemann was turning around, couldn't get it. Now Houle the other way with speed. Look at the strides, trying to get by Sisson. Shot on, just wide. Bouquet coming in from the red line will keep that inside the zone. A big collision coming in across with Wiedemann. Wiedemann having 2 goals in that game against Team Ontario. Tousignan in front, over top of the goal. Great opportunity for her once again. Sevigny. Houle has Tousignan. She tried to play it on the near side, and Wrightville making the save. Knocks off his own net. So we'll get a whistle, and 56 seconds left in this power play for Quebec, who continue to look dangerous in this first period. Will now get an offensive zone face-off to the right of Wrightville. So Bullchild on penalty kill duties will try and win this face-off for Alberta. And he ties it up at the dot, and Dag's gonna pick that one off. Hanrahan with a lot of space, scores! A power play goal for Quebec. And they extend their lead once again as the type at the draw finds Burnett, who is able to locate Hanrahan all alone, and he makes no mistake, beating Wrightville once again. So a very tough period for Alberta. They kind of knew what they were getting into after that 5-0 loss in the first game of the tournament to this Quebec team, but the team in white has come out even better in this one. Alberta, a lot to do. Tops, a great effort to stop that from being an icy. He comes in collision with Burnett. Unable to find it between his sled. He will take the check from Messaoudi and keep in after it. Six minutes left in this first period. Nippert trying to dig that puck out. And finally, Messaoudi will chip it in behind for Burnett, who's going to take this one out himself. Dag able to get by Spong, has a man in front, elects to go alone, just wide, looking for that far right post. Dag already with a goal in this game, looking to make it two. Bouquet coming in from the blue line, is going to go up against Bullchild. A nice play to chip that puck. And now Alberta able to break you out. Ma doesn't have a lot of help. Players changing on Team Alberta, so she'll have to wait up. She'll hold it on the near side. Kovacevic coming in to help out. Olivier gets there first. Gonna get the return feed and will enter the Team Alberta zone. Drops it off for Auclair. Couldn't collect it cleanly. Will play it in behind the net, trying to throw it in front, and Rose got his sled in the way. DeSonia gets it in front. Knocked over by Sisson, a great defensive play. Now Kovacevic can break out for Alberta. Plays that puck a little bit too far ahead. A good back check from Eau Claire to force that. We're going to get a delayed penalty here. It's going to go against Quebec. And it's going to send Alberta to their first power play of the game. And it's going to be an interference penalty on Bouquet. So with 4:25 left in the first frame, already a 4-0 lead for Quebec, but now Alberta a chance on the PP. So out for Team Alberta would be Thorowski, Kovacevic, as well as Sisson, Rose, and Griffin. So the top line out for the team from out west. Shot on and blocked in front by Houle, and he's going to chase after this dump in. He wins it in the neutral zone, has Sisson to beat, but he'll get there first and just knocks Houle off his stride. Burnett trying to get it back to his teammate in front, but Kovacevic gets there in time. Griffin lost the stick. He's going to change. Tousignan back in her own zone is going to dump that one all the way down. Already 30 seconds passed in this power play for Alberta. Houle just can't keep that puck on the far hash, and now a chance with numbers for Alberta. Here's Kovacevic trying to get by Burnett. Can he get the shot off? And a great defensive play, able to get the sled in front of that shot. Sisson has a man at the point. It's Tops. He's able to stride in, fired right on, and Gravel makes the stop. Hasn't faced many shots in this first period, but looking solid on that save. So with 54 seconds left in the power play for Alberta, this really the only chance we've seen on the player advantage, as Tops shot right into the breadbasket of Alexandre Gravel, who we've talked about top goalies in this tournament. He's certainly up there, only conceded 1 goal so far this weekend. As Massaoudi will gain enough room to clear that puck down. Reichfeld able to clear outside of his crease. Gregoire now with it, trying to center it in front. A chance on the penalty kill for Quebec. Going to be dumped back in the Alberta zone, and Kovacevic will circle back. Looking for that outlet pass, will find Wieneman, and he's unable to reach that one. 15 seconds left in the penalty to Bouquet. And that's going to do it for the power play of Alberta, as Reichfeld's outside of his net will play that neatly up to the near side. Spong loses out. Burnett holds that one at the red line. Wieneman now a chance. He's got Kovacevic with him. He'll try and drop it off, but Kovacevic overskated it. It's going to be offside. And Wieneman couldn't slow himself down in front of Gravel, and we got a couple of whistles to stop this play. So the faceoff will be just outside the Quebec zone, as an excellent opportunity on the break, but Kovacevic just got a little bit ahead of himself and put Alberta offside. So with 2:15 left in the first period, a 4-0 lead for Quebec, trying to cement themselves in that gold medal match in the remake of that marquee matchup we saw yesterday between Ontario and themselves, which ended in a 1-1 draw. But for now, still lots to do against this Alberta squad, who have had a lot of late resurgence in their game so far this weekend. That one thrown in front, Sisson able to knock it down. Ma in behind the goal line will play it as far as Hanrahan. He'll throw it in front. One more pass as it was looking for Eau Claire, but it's knocked away. A chance here late in the first period. Can Kovacevic get to that puck? Hanrahan's going to get in front. A solid defensive play by number 25 in white. Ma got it stuck in between her sleds, spinning around, and it'll exit the zone as far as Rose. He dumps that one in, and delayed offside will force Alberta to regroup. Nice drop pass for Tessonier, and he's knocked off the puck, but will send it in across half. Tops now. Looking to enter the zone, last 50 seconds in this first period. Can Alberta create something? Ma gets past Eau Claire, but knocked over, and Olivier will clear for Quebec. Tessonier is going to be offside as he was trying to pick up that stretch pass, but it already crossed the blue line, so it'll come all the way down off the delayed offside call. With 34 still to play in the first period. Quebec with a flurry of goals in this first period, coming from a ton of different places, as Dag, Gregoire, L'Olivier, and Bouquet, the 4 goal scorers. And Burnett's going to lose a stick. It's going to be a delayed penalty call, and I believe it's going to go against Alberta. Griffin was caught up with Savonier, and here comes Houle. He's all alone up against Reitfeld. Left, couldn't get around him, and Tops will touch up, and on the delayed penalty call, Houle with an excellent opportunity to put Quebec up another. But now we'll go on the power play with 7 seconds left in this first. It was Griffin on the call. He's going to be thrown to the sin bin for 2 minutes. So interference the call on Griffin. And Quebec already 1 for 1 on the power play in this game. We'll get another chance. But for now, we'll run out of time in this first period, but we'll still have 1:53 left in the player advantage when we come back for the second. But for now, Team Quebec leading in the shot totals 10-2 after that first frame, and have put the pressure constantly on this Team Alberta squad, and have put in a flurry of goals in that first period as they currently lead 4-0 in this game. And Gravel, you see on your screen, in goal. Hasn't had much to do so far in this first period as he keeps out another shutout frame, but for now, the shot's in favor of Quebec, and you can just tell by the score line they're leading this one 4-0 as we head into the first intermission. We'll step aside for now. We'll be right back for the second period of the second semifinal of the 2024 Para Hockey Championships in Port Colborne.
Originally, I was a classroom teacher for many years. I taught in every age group from preschool through high school.
I was looking at going back to school again after a little bit of a hiatus, and I knew that teaching was the right path for me all along.
I graduated with a degree in elementary education, and so I was just looking for a change, and I love teaching, but I thought I'd love to teach a different age.
My family kind of came together and we kind of looked at everything and we came to a decision like, hey, this would be a great time to go back to school and get that TESOL certification that I've been thinking about for a couple of years.
So I enrolled, got accepted, and it's all history now. So.
I had a feeling that the graduate certificate, the TESOL program, would give me what I needed, and it did exactly that.
I say the strength of the program is just its variety. Whether you're looking to go radio, television, or film, there's always something for everyone. And even inside those specific streams, there's anything you could possibly want. You could direct, you could do audio, you can tape cables down if that's what you like. There's always something for everyone.
This program not only prepared me with the vast skills of editing, television production, the foundations I really need, but I think it really provided me with a strong work ethic in order to complete programs, deadlines. You know, with live television specifically is one of those things where, you know, you don't have opportunities to take breaks. It's really that foundation to what the real world is like in the world of television.
The program does an amazing job of preparing us for real life. Hands-on cameras, hands-on like you're in a real radio station. Through 3 years, that's massive. And a lot of programs don't offer that, but the first day you're in NC, you're in the labs, you're on the radio, you're touching electronics, you're touching microphones, you're getting to know all the technology, and it's great. They really prepare you for that real life scenario, right? So as soon as you step out the door of NC, you can go work at a radio station, you can go work at a news station and know what to expect because you've been there before.
I love the facilities that we get to work in. I love that I get to, you know, sit in this radio lab and look at these boards and like be in the industry. Every day I come to school, I really feel immersed in my education.
I find the teachers here are very helpful. They do care about everything they do. They always try to push you in the right way to do better. And as long as you put some kind of effort into your work and show that you care, they will be behind you and support you to make sure you succeed.
I love my teachers. I think that they are like the driving force of this program. I think they care about each student so much.
I think one of the big things that I take away from the college is really about the staff, the instructors, the professors that work here. They really care about the students and their success, and I think that really resonated for me when I was here and also when I left here, which is one of the reasons why, you know, I like to come back and kind of give back to the students that are here now.
We've had a ton of different opportunities and great opportunities. For example, Canada Games. I had an opportunity to do some play-by-play for that for baseball and volleyball. So that was a pretty cool opportunity for me. As well as doing the college sports games, I do a lot of play-by-play for that. Volleyball, basketball. So that's a really good opportunity. Some of the opportunities that I've got being part of the program.
The 1-1. And that ball's ripped into right center field. That'll get down, and that's going to get past the right fielder and roll all the way to the wall. Rounding third base is McDonald. He'll score. It's a double. And BC, just like that, is within one.
Force a turnover. Here's Stewart. Euro step to the basket. Reverse. Count it.
What a finish.
And the foul. Stewart, another turnover on Sheridan. Mitchell, heat check. She got it. Oh my, Taryn Mitchell.
Well, good afternoon. We're back inside the Vail Health and Wellness Center for the second period of this second semifinal today. The first one, Ontario taking that one in a shootout, and we'll await the winner of this game between Quebec and Team Alberta. And it was all Quebec in that first period. Reitveld was peppered with shots early on and eventually turned into 4 goals in that first as Quebec leading 4-0. This one started all off with Gregoire beating Reitveld on the blocker side. And it just broke the deadlock as from then on out, Quebec could not miss. Dag gets his 5th of the tournament. And this solo effort able to get it across to Lelivier, who put that one in the back of the net. And the last one we saw on the power play from Hanrahan able to rifle that shot over top of Reitfeld. And reminder, heading into this second period, it'll be a power play for Quebec for the next 1 minute and 53 seconds. So here we go, second period action underway. The winner books their spot to the final tomorrow at 11:30 to play for gold medal at the 2024 National Para Hockey Championships here in Port Colborne. And for Team Alberta, certainly a hill to climb, but not down and out quite just yet. Behind the net, Bouquet will play it around his own goal, and Auclair will play that one into the middle. A change for Alberta, leaves some space for L'Olivier. He gets knocked over, but Desaulniers picks up that loose puck, and the shot on. Great save by Reitfeld, still in front, and he'll cover that puck just right of his crease. So on the player advantage already, Quebec finding some space in the offensive zone. And will force Reitfeld to cover up for a face-off just right of his goal. Still 1:09 left on the power play for Quebec. So the captain's at the draw, and it's going to be won by Desaulniers. At the point, a rifle and just into the pad of Reitfeld. But still in front, L'Olivier trying to get a shot on the right side, and a good block in front. I believe that was Tomps who got down to make a save in front of Reitfeld, and it'll allow Alberta to dump that one all the way down the ice and kill a little bit of this power play. Kovacevic able to win in an offensive zone, and a shot blockered aside by Gravel. Only the third shot he's faced so far in this game. It's been very quiet offensively for Team Alberta. But a chance possibly here as it squeaks out. Cannot get there. Bouquet, great defensive play to get across and stop that opportunity. Desaulniers fires that one in front. Gravel will play it in his own crease to the near side. Tom's able to keep in that puck and will fire it in on Gravel, who makes another stop. So not a lot to show for Alberta offensively, but that one will mark the fourth shot on goal as Gravel stays perfect so far. 1:50 into this second period. So 3 seconds left on the penalty kill for Alberta, and they'll get their player back on the ice as Griffin will step out of the penalty box. Sisson with a nice pinch to keep that puck in on the blue line. We'll see Bolchild scorching in on the high slot. He fires out high over the net, and Gravel's going to have to make a play on his near post as he gloves it out of midair, and will freeze it for a face-off. So even strength now. As on your screen there, you see Griffin from Team Alberta. He served his 2 minutes and will now come back onto the ice, looking to generate anything in this second period for Team Alberta. But here comes Houle the other way for Quebec. He's able to wind his way through. Will drop it off for Gregoire. Gets the shot just wide. And we'll ring around for Burnett. Tousignan trying to find that puck in the high slot. Bolchild turns around and is able to lay a hit on her. Burnett will play it off the boards and behind Reitfeld. Bolchild trying to clear hand over hand. Already a goal in this game. Will get it back in the slot, and a block in front by Sisson, and on the ground, hand trying to play that one once more. Houle now cycling back. We'll look for Burnett on the far side hash. Burnett, cross-ice pass, looking for Gregoire in the back door, but it'll be blocked in front and will go into the glove of Reitfeld, who will freeze that puck. So again, Quebec comes out firing to start this period and already put a flurry on shots on Tyson Reitveld. Saudi Dag and Saint Amad will come out for Quebec. That shot just off the side of the goal. Dag in after it, he loses out to Tomps, who tries to center to Kovacevic, and Dag's pass looking for Saint Amand. Misfires, but a good keep and an interception from Dag. Can Saudi keep it in? He does. Tomps able to clear. Could be a 2-on-1 chance. That pass looking for Kovacevic was too far ahead, and Gravel will come out of his goal to play that away from danger. Dag on the far side with speed. Able to stop that rolling puck, will be checked there by Thompson. He'll drop it back for Messaoudi, who was trying to just poke it in on goal, and it was stopped in front by Spong. Bouquet's going to stop that loose puck and will circle back inside his zone and looking for Messaoudi on the near side, but fires it behind him. The delayed offside as Nippert has lost both of his sticks. So now Quebec will come the other way as Sevigny laid a shot on the Quebec player, but a shot from Dag in the high slot is gloved easily by Reitveld with 10:30 left in the second frame. So out now for Quebec is Desaulniers, as well as L'Olivier and Auclair. So the captain out on the draw against Bullchild. And he'll win that one cleanly back for Quebec. Just kept in at the blue line by Burnett. He'll play it Desaulniers. Looking to hold them some possession, Auclair. Now weaving around, will drop it off Burnett. Hanrahan. Bodies in front, looking for L'Olivier, and that pass just caught him off guard. Don't think he was expecting it. Tried to turn back and get it, but was unable to do so. Great stretch pass by Burnett. We'll get the return feed on the far side. Sisson meets him there in a collision at the Team Alberta blue line. Sisson again laying the body, that time on Hanrahan. Wieneman able to just shovel that puck over to Bullchild, who gets around another defender. Here's Wieneman. It's going to be offside at the Quebec blue line. A chance for Team Alberta to get on the board. Squashed away after the offside call, and Bullchild can't believe it. So full line changes for either squad as this face-off will come to the neutral zone just outside the Team Quebec zone. Kovacevic wins that one cleanly off the draw and will come back to Skiffington, and he's going to dump that one in deep. Sevigny back in for it, and the bounce off the sideboards will pop out for Houle. Here comes Wendell Houle. Gregoire with a time and space, fires near side, and a great glove save by Reitveld, and he'll cover for a face-off. So as much as Quebec's had success so far in this game, Tyson Reitveld has made some big stops in this game, and another one on the goal-scoring chance for Gregoire, who's trying to get his second of the game. But Reitveld up to the challenge. And will drop on top of that puck for a face-off to the left of his goal. It's going to be won back by Kovacevic, and Alberta will take possession. Quickly turned over to Zignon. Able to get by Tomps, but loses out as the help comes from Thorowski. Sevigny fires that one on goal, but Skiffington got in the way. Big hit on the far side. Tom's still able to get it up to Kovacevic, and that one a little too far behind her. Great back check by Tuzignana. She's able to win that puck back in her defensive zone, but she's knocked off by Kovacevic. Kovacevic for Alberta, trying to wire that one to the far side, looking for Toms on the back end, but too far in front of him. And Toms collides with Houle, who's down on the far side, just in front of the Quebec bench. And they're gonna blow it dead as Houle was trying to make a run at Toms, and Skiffington didn't like it, and they go in after it. We've seen Skiffington a few times in a couple scruffles, and he's gonna be penalized. And again, over on the Alberta bench, Sean Lucas jawing across the bench to the Quebec coach, but Skiffington's gonna go off for a 2-minute minor for roughing, and Houle is not gonna be penalized on that play, even though he looked as though was gonna try and give a run at Toms after he knocked him over. So head coach Lucas fired up in this game, and rightfully so. His team has not performed as well as he'd hoped so early in this game, but credit to Quebec. They've outplayed Alberta through the first period and a half, and now just digging themselves deeper. The team in blue will go on the penalty kill after Skiffington got riled up, and will go to the box for a 2-minute roughing penalty. And back on the power play is Quebec, who are 1 for 2 already in this game. Now Alberta's had some opportunities in front, just haven't been able to get past this defense of Quebec. And we'll see if they can once again kill off a penalty. They did a great job on the last penalty kill, able to stop this star-studded Quebec team, and Sisson will clear that puck, and it's going to be a race for it. Can Bullchild get there? He's going to be met by Sevigny. Entering the zone now, Bouquet on the near side. Trying to weave his way through. We'll drop it off Auclair. That pass just a little bit in front. And he'll circle back behind Reitveld in goal. Bouquet receives the drop pass and will hand it over to Sevigny. His shot blocked in front by Sisson. Olivier comes off from the near side boards to win that puck in the slot area. We'll drop it for Auclair. Auclair shot blocked in front. Olivier couldn't control that one off the boards, and Kovacevic, a great job, takes the hit and will dump that one in deep. Sisson's going to get there first on the penalty kill. 50 seconds left in this power play for Quebec. Sisson's going to try and center, and a chance now on the break as a couple of Alberta players committed on that play. L'Olivier, a chance in front, but Kovacevic gets back and stops that opportunity. Ryder Appleton scores! Auclair makes it 5 for Quebec, and 2 power play goals now, as Reitveld couldn't cover up after Kovacevic stopped that break and trying to get across for the wraparound, but couldn't beat Alexis Auclair, who gets there first. And will wipe off that penalty now, as another power play goal for Quebec makes it 5 with 6:47 left in the second period. And Bullchild, you can see him on your screen, jawing to the Quebec bench. And Team Alberta frustrated right now. As Quebec in the driver's seat and looking like they're going to see Ontario once again in the 2024 National Para Hockey Championship Final. Still lots to play for here. Messaoudi on the near side. He's going to get stopped up by Toms. A nice defensive play there. In front, all alone. Dag almost had it. Spong is going to play it up the far side boards. Kovacevic racing for it. And he's going to beat out Burnett. Has a player in front. Wieneman was waiting there for it, but a great check by Dag.
Let's go.
It was actually Hanrahan who came across on defensive duties to stop Kovacevic there. And Burnett's now in the corner. It's going to pop out for Toms at the point. He throws it on goal. Gravel there. And we'll cover it up. This game's getting real chippy. After the whistles, some pushing and shoving will be whistled down. So it'll be a face-off to the left of Alexandra Gravel. As we take a look at this opportunity, that shot from the far side hash mark came in from Tops, and Gravel was steady and continues another shutout period for him and Team Quebec. Poole will win that face-off inside his own zone, and Gregoire, look at the speeds, gonna get to that puck first. One-on-one, and Sisson gets back. What a great defensive effort to stop Gregoire on goal. Toussaint gets hit hard by Bullchild as he came across to stop that opportunity. Back and forth now. Kovacevic trying to come the other way. He's knocked off by Huel. Hanrahan there is trying to clear that puck out for Quebec, but it'll be sent back in, and Burnett will recycle. Throws it to the near side, and Gregoire will pick up that puck, trying to find his centerman, and Huel will pick up that loose puck. Streaking in the offensive zone, concise pass, and Toussaint couldn't reach it. The net's gonna fly off the goal line as trying to get back with Spong, knocked off her own goal. As Toussaint was all alone on the back door, and Huel tried to find her. And it looks like we're gonna get 2 penalties here. So Bullchild's going to go off for Team Alberta, and Sean Burnett's going to also get a penalty. It'll be a 4-on-4 even strength. As we get those penalties up on the scoreboard, you see Wieneman there. He's got 2 goals on the tournament. He scored twice last night against Ontario in that 4-2 loss, and that second one was quite the snipe from number 17, and he's gonna try and rally his team back here, possibly get something on the board for Alberta. A lot more room to maneuver for both teams as we sit at an even 4-on-4 after those 2 penalties from Burnett and Bullchild. Auclair loses the handle and try and drop it back to Sevigny, and it's picked up by Toms. He's got Wieneman streaking, but can't find him. Desaulniers picks up that puck across center. Circles back looking for a teammate. Auclair will cycle back. Alexis Auclair will drop it for Desaulniers. Near side, Sevigny. Shot on, and a great glove save by Reitfeld. Toms is going to be able to clear, and Auclair can't keep it in. 1 minute already gone in those 2 penalties. Thompson, Sevigny, after that loose puck, Auclair, the last goal scorer, will pick it up. Chance in front, and glove save, trying to go over Reichfeld. But he's up to the task, kept in well with the stick by Desaulniers. Looking for a teammate on the far side. Off the bench, here comes Bouquet. He wires that one across, and just to the outside of the post as Reichfeld was stretched out. Olivier couldn't finish. Thrown again in front, Reichfeld down, but nobody there for Team Quebec. Tired, Wieneman is able to clear that puck into the Quebec zone, but it's all the way back down in Alberta territory, and Spong will recycle. Fired back in by Hanrahan, Bullchild back in defensive duties. Trying to look for Kovacevic in the center, and just leaves it behind him with 2:30 left in the second period. Bullchild looking to break out of his zone, almost turns it over. Kovacevic helps him out. Bullchild playing that one into the middle. Messaoudi looking at speed, able to get back for Quebec. And he'll circle around and gets knocked off by Kovacevic. Saint Amand. Rick White feed for Dag. He's in on a goal, trying to get around Reichfeld. What a save! Dag trying to go under the sled on that break on Reichfeld. And the Team Alberta netminder gets well big, stretching across the goal to make another huge stop to keep this one at a 5-goal game. Face-off ensuing, one by Quebec. Well, quickly turned over, and a bad giveaway. Messaoudi gets it in front, and another big stop as Saint Amand was all alone on the back door, and Reichfeld stretches once again to make the save. As those penalties expire, we're back to 5-on-5. Taking a look at this pass, Messaoudi able to find Saint Amand, and Reichfeld shuts the door. And you can't fault him in goal for this 5-0 lead for Quebec, because he's been excellent in this game. Gregoire trying to find that loose puck. Tousignan gets it and pokes it in on goal, but an easy stop in front for Tyson Reichfeld. .134 left in the second frame. Houle loses out Kovacevic, winning that defensive zone face-off, and he'll receive it and start the breakout for Alberta. Ma on the far side trying to get by Bouquet, and she's knocked over and loses out. A tumble by Tousignan, but Houle comes in relief. Nice move to get inside the Team Alberta zone. Has a player on the far side, drops it for Gregoire. Hanrahan just wide. Looking for his second of the game. Houle can't keep that puck in, but it's going to be sent all the way down. And does it have enough? It does. So it'll be an icing against Alberta. So they are unable to get fresh bodies on the ice with a minute left in this second frame. Quebec continuing to pile on Tyson Reichfeld, who's been so far pretty stone cold in this second period, only conceding the 1 goal, but still down 5 is Team Alberta, and a chance in front. Gregoire, what a save, rebound in front, and there it is. Another one for number 16, Gregoire. As too many opportunities given up by Alberta, and Reichfeld unable to save all of them. As off the face-off, That shot from Gregoire created that rebound, and he got the return feed from Houle and was able to slide it across the goal line for his second. Six, nothing. An onslaught from Team Quebec, showing why they're one of the favorites in this tournament, and they're gliding their way into the gold medal match tomorrow, where they're looking to face Team Ontario at 11:30 puck drop. Sisson, he's knocked over, but able to keep possession and dump that one in deep. Savigny wires that went off the boards, and Sisson's going to have to go back past his blue line with about 15 seconds left in this second. Looking for Thorowski, he's unable to collect it, and Burnett's going to finish this period off, and not as many goals as the first period, but extending the lead is Quebec, and they now get one more than what they had against Alberta in their round-robin game through two, as they lead 6-0, but not to the fault of Tyson Wrightville, who you see on your screen. He's been spectacular in this game, making save after save. However, Quebec has been just as good offensively, as they net 6 through 2. Gravel for Quebec, another shutout period for him, as he continues to look very strong in goal. And for Team BC, just has not been their day, as Quebec continues to pile on. And for Team BC, a lot to do, down 6 heading into the final frame if they're going to want to come back and face Ontario in that gold medal match. But right now, gliding their way to the final is Team Quebec, as they lead 6-0 heading into the third period. For now, we'll step aside. I'm Noel Vogel, as we continue our live coverage of this second semifinal here of the 2024 Para Hockey Championships in Port Colborne. Quebec leading big as we step aside.
The Food and Beverage Innovation Center offers a full suite of services. We have everything from product development and concept development to food safety assessments, shelf life studies, and even small batch processing in our HACCP certified pilot plant.
Ravine encompasses all things beautiful about food and wine. And we do all things from events to restaurant, winemaking. We have our own garden, small farm. It just kind of has it all. The 3 products we teamed up with Niagara College was our strawberry lavender rhubarb jam, which I got right here, our granola clusters, and our pickled red onions.
It was really great to take these really delicious restaurant-style formulations and turn them into something that could be sold on the shelf in a stable package. It was really interesting to just sort of tackle things from restaurant to industry.
And Niagara College has the resources. If you see our beverage labs or the smoking and all the equipment that you have here, sometimes even real-world industries don't have them. So it's kind of a privilege to work with that kind of equipment.
Niagara College brings it to a whole nother level. For us to reproduce something that they had, it just wouldn't be possible. So to have access to their type of facility is just amazing. As a chef, a big part of what I do is control quality. So from the get-go, it was really important that Niagara College knew where I stood on that, and they were understanding beyond belief.
We have full-time staff, we have research leads, we tap into faculty and staff at the college, other departments, so we have lots of very experienced people. It does reaffirm for them that, yeah, okay, I got everything I could get on this project.
To me, the products speak for themselves. Like a big part of how we started with the original recipes to where they are now, almost nothing has changed, and the quality is some of the most important things to me. These products, I believe, are in line with that. So the end quality is second to none.
A student working with us at the Innovation Center will get the opportunity to work on real-world research projects in an on-campus job that allows them the ability to still focus on their academics.
The quality of students that worked on this project was excellent. The correspondence back and forth, the level of detail in which they asked their questions, and just overall respect of, where we wanted our products to land was second to none.
In the course, you get theory, but working with professionals here who have already been in the industry and now are teaching or mentoring us, that's an added bonus. It's a great benefit for a student to get exposure to real-world clients while you're in school. So by the time you graduate, you already have a great resume to show your future employer.
Reaching out to Niagara College was one of the best things we ever did. They're just very knowledgeable people with a ton of resources and always willing to just answer those questions. They were invaluable to us, and I would imagine they would be so to other people.
For small and medium-sized businesses looking to work with the Food and Beverage Innovation Center, we have funding available through several programs that can make projects more accessible and offset the cost to help them get the opportunity to work with us.
Welcome back inside the arena here at the Vail Health and Wellness Center here in Port Colborne as we continue semifinal number 2 for the 2024 Para Hockey Championship Pool A as Quebec leads big over Team Alberta, and it was a frustrating period for the Albertans as they concede another pair of goals, and you can see some of these interactions and collisions, a lot of pushing and shoving in that period, and led to a lot of penalties as well. And also a goal for Alexis Auclair, who extended the lead to 5, and to make it 6 was Gregoire to get his second of the game off a nice feed from Wendell Huel. And we'll go down to center ice for the final period of the semifinals on this Saturday almost evening. It'll be Bullchild at the dot for Team Alberta up against Miss Saudi. And as it stands right now, Quebec will be heading their way to the gold medal match where they will face off against the home province of Team Ontario. And for Alberta, they'll drop into that early morning game tomorrow for the bronze medal match where they'll reface off against British Columbia, where they lost to them yesterday in the 10th round robin game, 2-1. And what a close game it was. They were leading for over 40 minutes in that contest and ended up losing in the last 3 to 2 quick goals from Team BC, and a quick chance off the face-off draw from Dag. At the point, Sevigny, his shot's blocked, and here could be a break now for Alberta. Griffin has Bullchild in front, slips it across. Bullchild, his shot was sticked by Sevigny, who got back on the back check, and a collision in front. Bouquet is going to get called for a penalty, a delayed call. And Bouquet will go to the corner and touch up, and it's going to send him to the penalty box for an interference call. So early on, Alberta with a chance as Griffin was able to break free, and it leads to a penalty against Quebec. And we'll put Alberta on their second power play of the game as we take a look at that call. Wieneman lost that puck, and a late hit coming in from Bouquet will send him to the sin bin. So the Kovacevic line out for Alberta, and the draw lost, and what a job by Sisson, able to keep that puck in the zone. Looking for some help. Gregoire will come over for Quebec, trying to clear, and he will. And in on the penalty kill forecheck, here's Wendell Huel. He's trying to pick that one up on the end boards, and he's going to tie it up in the corner, trying to waste some clock on this power play. 30 seconds gone, and the player advantage for the team in blue. Spong as well in after it. Gregoire will pick up that puck, but loses it. And it'll get dumped back in behind Reitveld in the Alberta net. Huel once again able to get there first. And already half of Alberta's power play wiped away as someone's glove just got thrown around. As you can see from that great camera angle down at ice level, as Spong lost one of her mitts. And I think Huel, while he was trying to fight for that puck, ended up throwing it over at her. But lost sight of it, so the play will be blown down. It'll be a face-off inside Alberta's zone, and they haven't even left it since that puck got thrown in deep to start this power play. Only a minute left on the player advantage. As shot right on off the face-off, gloved by Reitveld. And we know this from this Quebec side. They not only have a great power play, but are so aggressive on the penalty kill and have forced Alberta in their zone for an elongated time. as Rose going to try and start this breakout for Alberta. He's stuck on the far side boards as Tousignan's in there with Lelevier. 30 seconds left in the penalty to Bouquet, and Alberta hasn't even left their zone. Tied up still. Rose trying to help out and dig that puck away from the end boards. Sisson in after it as well. Tousignan able to dig it out for Lelevier. Flips it rink wide. Wieneman able to get a glove down on it, and Burnett will carry now as Bouquet comes out of the penalty box. Ending that power play, so nothing to show for Alberta. Couldn't even get out of their own zone, and Reitfeld's gonna have to cover with 12:08 remaining in this third period. Burnett able to pick it up on that near side, threw it in on goal. Reitfeld deflecting it away with the stick, and will use his net to cover that puck. So an offensive zone draw for Quebec. Desaulniers in on it. He wins it to Auclair. Shot right on and blocked in front. Didn't get to Reitfeld, and Bolchild's gonna help out his goalie and throw it into his pad so he can cover up for a face-off. And what's been a very frustrating game for Team Alberta continues in this third, as a chance to maybe create some offense in this game is squandered after an incredible penalty kill from Quebec. Desaulniers with some space. Rebound in front. Auclair. Reitfeld got down and veered him just wide as Quebec continues to look to add to their lead. Sevigny in behind Reitfeld. Bouquet out of the penalty box, will swing that one cross ice, looking for Desaulniers, but Nipper got in front of it. He runs hard into the boards against Auclair, and Bolchild's going to be able to clear the zone for Alberta. Quebec breaks out through the neutral zone. Here's Bouquet. Desaulniers lost it in his sled, and Bolchild will regroup. He's got Toms to his left. As Bolchild continues to carry in a collision in the middle of ice. No call. Nipper able to pick up that loose puck. Shot right on, and Gravel will glove it down and freeze it for a face-off. As that collision in the middle of ice possibly could have been another interference call against Quebec, but it created some room for Nipper to glide into and get that shot off, but Gravel saw it all the way and makes a good stop. Kovacevic able to win that back to the point. Here's Sisson. Nice move to get by St. Amand, but he loses out. But able to regain possession. Trying to find it in between the sled. Hand will clear. The speed coming in from St. Amand. He's got Dag in front. Can he find him? He does. What a save. Reitfeld got across with the stick. Are you kidding me? Tyson Reitfeld. A show-stopping save as he keeps another one out of his net. Wieneman. A great breakout from Team Alberta. Kovacevic trying to get by his fellow Team Canada teammate, and Burnett holds him stride for stride and will force that puck away from the front of the net. Dag's got in behind his sled and it'll get chipped out. Here comes Quebec the other way. Messaoudi to Dag. Kovacevic back on defensive duties, and he'll get there first. And we'll regroup behind the Team Alberta zone. Burnett holds the line. He'll get knocked over. Sisson now to Wieneman in the middle. His pass disconnected. Dag holding up that puck. Will leave it for Burnett, who loses out, and Griffin will go red line and in. Burnett on the near side will chip that one up the boards, and helped out by Masaudi will get it into the Team Alberta zone. A rolling puck, gonna get there first is Wendell Huel. He waits up looking for teammates who were all changing by the Quebec bench, but he's able to keep possession and win it back to Gregoire. Rose behind the goal line will pinch that one up against the boards. Tousignan unable to poke that one free. Gregoire looking for the pass in front. It got through one sled, but not two, as Wieneman got in the way. Huel up at the point. Will hold that between his sleds. Sevigny comes across. Some nice passing play from Quebec. Bouquet a shot high and wide. As Griffin lays the body into Sevigny, but he's able to get through the check. Centers in front. Gregoire was there. He's looking for a hat trick. Pass never got through. A good defensive play in front for Team Alberta. Here's Wieneman. He'll drop it off for Kovacevic. One player to beat. He's got Bouquet in front of him. Leaves it off for Wieneman on Gravel. Right into the chest. And Alexander Gravel makes a big save on the chance for Wieneman, looking for his third goal of the tournament. As Kovacevic drew in 3 Quebec defenders, will drop it off for his marksman. And after 2 whacks at it, Gravel sits up tall and stones Wieneman in front. Bullchild will win that one back, but Quebec will retain possession, throwing that one up to Claire. That's a rolling puck. He gets to it first. Tom's on his left, is able to veer him aside, but he still scores. Alexis Souclair gets his second of the game, and what a solo effort on that one. As that puck was just flipped through center with Tops right on his tail, loses his stick, and able to stay upright and roof that one over top of Tyson Reitfeld, and we're gonna get a goalie change now. As the backup, Francis Petilla, is gonna come in relief for Reitfeld. And you see Reitfeld over on the top left of your screen, just trying to get off the ice, and maybe he won't be coming out. We'll see in just a moment, as Alberta's still trying to figure out what they're going to do with their goalie situation, and a really unfortunate situation for Tyson Reitfeld. He's been excellent all weekend. He's made big save after big save, but Alberta in front of him hasn't given him much help. He's going to go back into his goal. Petilla unable to come in just yet. But like I was saying, just some incredible saves from him this weekend. He's faced so many shots in front of him, and this game could be a lot more lopsided if it wasn't for him in goal for Team Alberta. Wieneman trying to get that one in front, but Quebec will start out the other way. Here's Olivier with speed, but it's going to be called offside just at the edge of the Alberta zone. And so with 7:31 left in this one, it's a 7-0 lead for Quebec. So face-off just outside the Alberta blue line. It'll be Bullchild to win that one for the Blues. And he tried to chip that one forward, can't quite get it through. Skiffington to the middle of Wieneman. Too strong on his stick, and Burnett evades a couple checks, and Bullchild will try and turn around here for Alberta. He loses in between his sled. Wieneman in relief. We'll try and get that one in deep, and now switches it rink side. Nobody there, as Adam Kiewicz couldn't reach it. Hanrahan. And that puck will get flown to the near side as Auclair, with already 2 in this game, keeps looking dangerous. Here's Olivier trying to pick that one up in the middle. Able to get round the defender, trying to get it up on his stick, and will hold on to it to the back door, but blocked by the sled in front by Odlin. Burnett gonna have to wait up as Desaulniers was still inside the zone, and the delayed offside will continue while Quebec will go back for changes. Messaoudi able to keep that puck in, and will chase in after it. Drops it back for Bouquet. Trying to get the return feed to Messaoudi, and Bullchild's going to dump that one to the near side, and Burnett will go back just on the high side of the dots, and will turn that puck over. Ma to Kovacevic, who dumps it in, and Burnett back inside the circles. Will leave that one up for Tomps, who dumps it back in, and Kovacevic is going to get there first. Can he find a teammate in front? He'll circle back and wait for help. Kovacevic down on the near side, will tie it up near the hash. Ma trying to dig it out as well. Gonna be that Spong in there with Dag and Burnett. The puck just squirting loose, and Ma in front, knocked over by Bouquet. A loose puck. King will pick it up in the high slot. She's trying to corral it, and will leave it there for Kovacevic. Kovacevic evades the check, and Dag will knock it down and try and send St. Amand, but he didn't see it behind him. So in the final 5 minutes here, Alberta's gonna have to regroup as they dump that puck back in. Check coming in from King. That puck squirts out loose. St. Amand will leave it for Burnett. Messaoudi trying to streak through the middle. Dag's gonna get in after it. He'll drop that puck back for St. Amand, and Sevigny will call for it, but that pass was nowhere near him, but he's able to keep that puck in the zone. Has Dag in front, across, and just out of his reach as Reitfeld was down stretched with Dag wide open. Glove save by Tyson Reitfeld. Paquette now at the point, moving his way in. Messaoudi, his shot was blocked by Spong in front of Reitfeld, and he's able to cover just inside the crease. As Messaoudi with a grade A scoring chance in the high slot, as a great pass and find from Bouquet, and had the right side of the net open, but Spong got in the way of that shot and makes a save in front of Reitfeld. So now Tyson Reitfeld will go off, as Francis Patia now available and ready in goal for Alberta, as he comes in relief after Reitfeld concedes 7 goals to Team Quebec and made some incredible saves. Just unfortunately wasn't able to help his team out enough to keep them in this game, as this contest is pretty much over, and that is going to leave us with a delayed penalty. Gregoire's shot goes wide, and we're going to get the call now. It's going to be a charging penalty, and it's going to go against Team Alberta. And Nippert, so he'll go off for a 2-minute minor with 3:40 left in this game, and that's a good time to take a look at what happened there, as Gregoire got run into by Thorowski. So I believe Nippert was the one who went off. Maybe it was a different look at it on possibly another collision on that play. But nonetheless, it'll be a power play for Quebec, as they will soar through the semifinals and will get a rematch against Ontario. Well, this time there will need to be a winner, as the teams in the round robin were knotted at 1 apiece, tying that game. Both have been undefeated so far in the tournament. And we'll see who, in the end, will be the better of the two teams. For Alberta, they'll play BC in the bronze medal match later tomorrow, or pardon me, early tomorrow morning at the 9 a.m. game. Tousignan a chance on the power play. She gets stopped up as it gets stuck under the sled of Odlin as he's looking for it. King will pop it out, but just as far as Desaulniers. He's traveling in through the slot and off the mask of Rose. And Houle will control for Quebec. Burnett, cross-ice feed, Tousignan, in a goal, scores! A great tic-tac-toe play on the power play for Quebec. And that's 8 now for number 8. As Tousignan, with all the time in the world, able to roof that one over top of Petilla. And she gets another on the tournament and another for Quebec, extending their lead even more. As for Alberta, just trying to gain any type of momentum they can take into tomorrow in that bronze medal game. They can still medal in this tournament. Here's Eau Claire! I think Petilla got a piece of that shot as he redirects it over top of the net. And like I was saying, just not much to show for Alberta in this game. Really a perfect performance from Quebec, but still an opportunity against a BC team that they lost 2-1 to try and medal in this tournament. But Quebec is going to be the team that's challenging for the #1 spot in the 2024 National Para Hockey Championship tomorrow when they face Ontario at 10:30. But take a look at this save from Petilla, who came in relief for Reitveld, as Eau Claire already on 2 goals, and great athletic play by Francis Petilla, who got down and was able to get just enough of that shot. And some mouthing going on as Skiffington was jawing at an Alberta player, pardon me, a Quebec player. And the puck wasn't dropped yet, so a false start. We'll retry the draw, but Desaulniers is going to get kicked out. L'Olivier will come in, and he's going to win that face-off cleanly. To the near side, here's Eau Claire, still on, a chance for a hat trick. He'll pop it over for L'Olivier. No goal, it's going to be waved off. And it's going to pull that face-off outside of the zone as the head referee was quick to come across and deny that goal. We'll see what happened in front as Eau Claire made that pass across to L'Olivier. But I believe Bouquet came across and it was possibly goaltender interference on Petilla, who knocked him down before the shot from L'Olivier. So no goal, will stay at just 8 for Quebec. With 1:36 left in this game, a lopsided one in the semifinal. Quite the opposite of what we saw just earlier with Ontario and British Columbia. But nonetheless, a win and a big one for Quebec, as they're pretty much going to try and run out this clock with a little under 1:30 left in this game. On the near side, Nipper, a good effort to try and win that puck from Burnett. He'll cycle it back and look for Eau Claire on the far side. He's able to chip that one in deep. He gets knocked off by Rose, who put him off his stride. Borowski throws in a hit. Burnett, shot right on, but Skiffington got in the way, just getting a piece of it with the end of his sled. Last minute remaining in the third period. Rose trying to clear that one out. It hit a funny bounce off the glass on the sideboards, and will finally get out. And some pushing and shoving, a couple punches thrown, and we're going to get a penalty and a scruff over in front of the Alberta bench, and throwing some haymakers just in front of Coach Sean Lucas. And the referee is able to get in there and stop all that carnage. As I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit more than just one penalty called on that play. As we take a look at what happened, Burnett just got it stuck in between his sled. Nipper threw in a couple of shoves. Griffin got in on Burnett, and that's what started it all. Bouquet trying to protect his star player, and it all just started a big scruffle. So finally breaking up that play, and the referee's going to come over to the head coaches and just explain what will transpire. We'll see Bouquet go off for Quebec, and on the other side, a penalty for Alberta as well. So they'll get Burnett as well, as he was one of the players to kind of start that scruffle with the punch he threw. And it's going to be 5-on-5. They'll run this clock out the last 35 seconds at even strength, but the face-off will go all the way down into the Quebec zone. So now that's all figured out, we'll finish out this para-hockey game and see Quebec move forward into tomorrow, into the gold medal game. Borowski and Massaudi at the draw. It'll be won by Alberta and sent all the way down. So actually there's one extra penalty for Quebec, so a power play for the last 20 seconds for Alberta, but it's not going to really matter as it's a little bit too late in this lopsided affair, as Quebec was the offensive possession just veered away by Patia. Massaudi getting in there, shrugged off the puck, but staying with it was Auclair. He's going to hold it in the corner, and that one squeaks it through just before the buzzer went. And to put insult to injury, Massaudi will get one more for Quebec. And there was still a little bit of time on the clock, so they're gonna have to send everyone back to their benches. As never mind, they're just gonna run it out. So just making sure Team Alberta doesn't start anything with Quebec as they travel all the way down to their goalie, who keeps another shutout, his third of the weekend. And quite literally a perfect game for Quebec. They win 8-0 in this second semifinal as they book their ticket to the gold medal match. And this final goal right before the buzzer, Auclair was able to win that puck on the near side boards. Gregoire helping him out. And after a little bit of cycling from this Quebec squad, they were able to throw that puck in on goal. And in front to get it was Massaudi, who batted it down just behind Patia. And that will do it for this one, and as well for the Pool A games, as we'll return with these teams tomorrow. It's going to be Quebec and Ontario, a prediction of ours for the final game for the gold medal match. That one's going to come at 11:30. for the bronze medal game. That one will be at 9 a.m. tomorrow between BC and Alberta. But don't forget, we still have one more to come tonight. That one starting at 7 p.m. puck drop. It'll be New Brunswick and New Brunswick as well as Manitoba in that final Pool B game, trying to get promoted to the Pool A division. And we take a look at some of the highlights from that final period. And Tyson Reitfeld, who ended up getting pulled in that game, made some incredible saves, but wasn't enough to match the incredible offense from this Team Quebec squad. Gregoire started it all off with that snipe over top of Reitfeld's blocker, and it was just all up from there as Quebec puts a beating in on Team Alberta, and we'll go 2-0 against them in the in the whole entire tournament after they beat them in the round robin in the first game of this weekend. And this was the second for Gregoire after a great pass from Houle. And all smiles if you're Team Quebec. They'll be heading to the gold medal match. But again, like I said, we still got one more game to follow. It'll be Team New Brunswick versus Manitoba for a chance at a spot in the Pool A division next year. But for now, we will step aside. We got that one more game later to come. And a huge, huge win as Quebec books their ticket 8-0 over Alberta. For now, we'll come back in about 45 minutes for that second 7 p.m. puck drop. We'll step aside here at the 2024 Para Hockey Championship in Port Colborne. For now, we'll say goodbye.